we live?
We should be.
Mm-hmm.
We should be. I'm just pulling it
Alright.
up. It always
Let's
takes
see
a
if it's-
second. Guess who was on first?
Jody.
Oh, you got it.
Of course, of course.
I can't see us yet. Let me
Alright.
exit out of Rumble, pull back up Rumble.
Alright.
And then it does the mini thing on me for some reason. I don't know why.
Alright, let's see. Let's see if we are live. I don't want to do a
I
big
see me.
yakety yak.
I see me.
You see you.
I
Alright.
see me. Well, say hi to Jody first and foremost. Then
Alright.
Bright Can News and Russ.
Hey, Bright Can City was going to be late, so he's not. Very good, very good. Who else is in?
We have Russ.
Alright.
Hammond.
Well, welcome in everybody.
Yes. It's been a
Okay.
minute since we've had a Russ in, so thanks for coming by.
Indeed.
And yes, Bright Can's got to go to work, so he'll be back.
Alright, so he'll be back. He'll be back.
I'll be back.
Alright, well, good afternoon, goeiemiddag. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday afternoon. We are, as you can hear, live in our store. This is our old service kitchen that we used to use when we had a restaurant. It is behind our, or directly behind our retail store. You will hear ding-dongs. You will probably not hear kids today, except for one small monkey because the other kids are out. He
He's
will
making
make
himself known.
Yeah. And then you'll hear ding-dongs. You probably hear staff. You might hear people and all kinds of things. I'm going to light a fire shortly, and we're going to make some chicken skewers on the fire. So I've already prepared, because I have to sit a little bit. So I've got 3 packs of skewers, so 3 sets of skewers here already in marinade, and they are just sitting there ready to get put on the fire. We put some sausage because we always do sausage because it's not a party until the sausage comes out. So we've got to have some sausage. And then I've got a little bag.
You always share your sausage.
I try and share it as wide as possible. So I've got a little pack here for the offcuts, and that you will see why. But you know, you have the offcuts, you keep them one side. You can make a little fried chicken like a stir fry, or you could just cook it off and put it in a salad or whatever you want to do. But there will be quite a bit of offcuts. And then I've got all I took was I've got some chicken thighs. They're not completely thawed out yet, which is not the end of the world. But I've got some chicken thighs, and we are going to make some skewers out of these. Now, there's all kinds of different skewers you can make. You can do them with like onion, pepper. You can do them with, I was speaking to a customer yesterday. He was mentioning apricots, which are very popular in South Africa.
Sounded
so actually,
awesome, actually.
Yeah, but you don't make them big like these. You make them small, so you actually make it more like a big block. And then you can do like a dried fruit on it, which is very popular in South Africa because we've got a lot of fruit. So it's very popular for us to put dried fruit. I must say I haven't seen prunes, but it's normally like apricots or like dried peaches, dried apricots, and you do that in a marinade.
Figs?
Figs, I guess you can do them, but figs are becoming hard to come by because figs have a very specific way they grow.
Okay.
So you can't just, figs are not that easy to come by anymore, it seems.
They are nice. The figs we have on the shelf. Oh.
Figs on that with a nice sweet marinade. We do a cherry, what do they call them? I can't even remember the name anymore. Yeah, but so what we do is we take like maraschino cherry. So you do a bacon maraschino cherry, and you kind of loop the bacon around the cherry, and you put that in like a sweet chili sauce. Put that on the fire. Very nice.
Very good. By the way, Dog Digger has just popped in to say hi, and Russ says he makes skewers with bacon, onion, beef, shrimp, green and red peppers. Yeah,
that sounds good. You could pretty much put anything you want on a skewer. Yes. I mean, there's no rules to it. I'm just going to show you something that we do, and I try and make them nice and big. So it's more like cooking a thigh almost than it is a skewer, but I'll show you the technique. And then you can either spice it or you can marinate it. So you can either put salt, pepper, and some kind of barbecue spice and let it rest in that, or you can do a marinade. I like the marinade. I'm going to start the fire and I'll be right back.
Okay.
We'll talk to you guys.
If you guys take a peek to the top left corner, you're going to see our grill cam. Anton's got it up and running and visible for everybody. He's, of course, going to put all of this wonderful stuff on the braai here in a little bit. And braai, I know we've mentioned that term before. That is, of course, the South African version of grilling that we do here in the States. Now, I chuckle that we are making chicken today because chicken, of course, is always joked to be a vegetable. It is not real meat because it's not red meat. We love our red meat. So in the sausage, Let me actually hold it up so you guys can see. I know you can see a little bit, but it's coiled. It is all beef in hog casing. So anybody who does not eat any pork, this is not the one for you. We do a lamb casing one as well, but Anton's very particular about the meat inside. It's always beef, and he even adds beef fat to it. He purposefully buys in fat. It's really cool to watch him do the grinding process and all the spices in the meat before he makes the sausage, which is normally a day or a couple days prior so that it rests and it really soaks in the spices in the meat itself, which is awesome. I don't know if anyone else makes sausage at home. Jody, you'd be the one I'd ask, since you, of course, do food truck and many different things, including your awesome sauces, which I think we may have to have some with the sausage today. That would be very nice. We've had kind of a busy weekend this weekend. I hope you guys have too. We were very cold here in Texas until yesterday, midday. Friday kind of peaked up, got right above freezing, but Texans and the cold do not mix very well. I know we do have people coming in from all over, but they tend to be from the West Coast, which also don't do very good with cold weather.
So I don't know how that camera is going to hold up, but let's see, because it's all warm outside.
That's okay. We will keep an eye on it. Let me know if either of the cameras die. Hopefully we do not have that happen today, but keep me posted on what you guys see. And I have a young man who wants to talk as well. He's actually mobile nowadays, so we have him in, what would you call this? What is our contraption we have him in?
It's like a shopping cart type thing, and we've got it all kitted out with all kinds of toys and
food and drink.
That's loud. Why are you so loud?
I was slicing some biltong earlier, so I cut off a chunk for him too. We have a couple more people that popped in, or at least one. We've got Lemon. She's in.
Oh,
so
hi,
hey.
Lemon.
And it is not a kennel. It is not a kennel. No. Biggest thing for him, he can't walk yet. So we want to keep him close by so he can see what we're doing and be involved.
Part of the conversation, yes.
And part of the conversation.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a thigh. So I've got deboned, deskinned thighs. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clean them up a little, just a little. That's why we got a little bag. So any little loose skins, we're just gonna chop off so this looks presentable. All right. And then we're gonna take it about midway, and we're gonna cut it through. All right. And that's going to give us two nice pieces. All right. So let me take a few of those. You see, we don't want the pieces because the chances that they fall off while you're cooking them or grilling them on the fire is pretty good. And then you can make a salad out of that. You can go fry it in a pan, make it in a stir fry, whatever you want. I'm going to make a few of these and just kind of clean these up a little. I like these thick pieces on the edge, but you know, they're not practical, so off they go. All right.
That's okay. They will be repurposed.
Yep, we will make something out of them, that's for sure. All right.
Remember that rabbit we called chicken for the kids?
Oh, yeah.
Our
They ate that broken, man.
Our oldest was just telling me how she really misses Dad's chicken masala, and I reminded her, remember we had it not too long ago.
Yeah.
Didn't tell her what the meat was, but it was white meat.
Yeah. All right, so that's like 6 pieces. So I like to put about 3 on a, so this will be 3 skewers. And then that one looks ugly. It's just a loose piece.
Scooby snacks for later.
Yeah, Scooby snacks for later. So I'll see if I can make maybe 4 out of this one. All right, so it's gonna try and clean it up a little.
So I asked if anybody in chat makes sausage. I was thinking Jody would be our closest one to do that with his line of work. But he does make boudin is what he makes. But he gets local or brats from a local butcher shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. If it's fresh made by them, I mean, why not? Making sausage is a lot of work, man.
Yes.
That stuff keeps me busy.
Very messy work.
Yeah, very messy.
Because it likes to explode. I don't know why.
Yeah, the thinner ones. So
That awesome stuff that Vivo was bragging about the other day, the Boerewors.
Yes.
That's one of the harder ones to make.
Yeah, it does take a bit of effort. All right. So.
Hey, that's a good idea. Russ says the little chicken pieces are good for salads and wraps.
Yes.
And Lemon says they're actually excellent for chicken broth.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll cook thigh for that. I for broth I prefer like dropping a carcass or something like that. Yeah, cook the bones.
Goodness, the butcher has 17 different flavors to choose from.
All right.
That's a couple of options.
Yeah, he's obviously pretty busy.
I was going to say that must be what he specializes in. I like it.
Yeah, there we go.
More sausage is just better.
Yes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We actually do have a lot of sausage in. Are they sausages? The ones from the local Wagyu supplier? Would they be?
Yeah, I guess it's like,
almost Frank's. I mean, they do have one actual Frank's pack, and then we've got some extra sausages from them as well. They're pretty nice, clean, which we appreciate. Cleaner ingredients is always a positive in our mind. And cleaner meat. It's the no antibiotic, no growth hormone.
Yes.
Vegetable fed only.
Yeah, that's the Wagyu meat we use. So it's the same supplier that is making their own kind of, I guess, brats, whatever you guys call them.
You're sounding American.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah. We just call it bratwurst.
See, brats was a doll. I was a little old for those.
I remember those. All right, I think that one's ugly. And one ugly ones. That one will work well. There we go. So that'll give me 3.
These would be
6.
beautiful for masala.
Yes. Yes, I've got a little bit left. We might make masala out of that.
Masala meats.
Yeah, we could probably make some masala.
The oldest would be very happy.
Yes.
The younger too will not touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Michael likes it though. Yeah, he ate masala the last time.
As long as it's not hot.
Yeah,
those two are anti-heat. No heat whatsoever. The older one, she come and go. We used to eat a lot hotter foods with the restaurant because we always had lamb curry. We always had masala. But now that we don't eat it regularly, she's not as keen.
Right, let me keep the knife. All right, just pop that fridge open for me.
Yeah, you're not going to win with this guy.
I'll put that. We can wrap that up later.
Yes.
All right, how's that fire going?
Looks good, smoky.
You're okay. I think someone got a bit of a fright there.
I think someone's actually tired.
I agree. I think someone is tired.
Maybe we sit in Mom's arms for a minute.
All right, so what I try and do with these guys, so we're going to take 2 sticks, and I'll tell you why. So I try and put the thicker ones in the middle and the thinner ones on the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of roll it over a little and pinch it. And then you just stick so you got to do it between the fingers, because if that thing goes through? Oh yeah, that thing sticks right in your finger with this little sharp tip, and it itches like hell because it's wood. So you want to go probably about 1/3 of the meat in, all right? And then do 3 of them. All right, and we'll do this one on the end. There we go.
Finger kebabs.
Oh yeah, hold on. I said 3. 3. Yes, so not 4. I'm gonna do 3. You can do as many as you want on here. It's just when you barbecue it, when you actually have it on the fire, if it's heavier, it's more difficult to turn. And then I'm gonna do a second one, about 2/3 over, so 1/3 from the other side, give or take a little bit. All right, and then you want to leave maybe like 2 inches at the back, and we're just going to flatten this a little so marinade can pull into it nicely. So the reason you do 2 is so you can actually flip it, because if you got 1, it likes to rotate around the 1 stick. So you put 2 sticks. All right, and I will chop these when I'm done. Yeah, if you only have the one that has this bad habit of
What can I do?
No, I should pull the sticks out when I don't have chicken all over my glove.
Yes,
so
good point.
There's no chicken on the sticks remaining.
So Cam says a little Anton myoglobin never hurts. You know what? A little bit of the human meat always makes it taste better.
Yeah.
But we are not the carnivores. That kind of carnivore.
Yes. And another 2. And another 2. All right. These are just normal skewer sticks you buy from
Anywhere.
Anywhere. You know, they hang in packs like, you know, Academy or Cabela's or whoever your poison is, wherever you get your stuff. So let me see, there's a nice thick one. So I'll do 2 smaller ones. So now I have some cheats because we have a store and we have some stuff that you probably might not have at home, but I'll give you a little workaround on it, which will give you a way to do it.
So Lemon said she thought that cannibals eat from cans.
Cannibals. Cannibal, yes.
Cannibals. Whenever I hear cannibal, all I think of is Hannibal Lecter.
All right. I remember this joke where 2 vultures sit in the desert, and a clown was in the desert and died. And these 2 vultures are eating the clown, and the one vulture looks at the other vulture and says, "Tastes funny." I always think of that when I hear cannibals. All right, so here we go. All right. See, we don't have siblings to entertain the main criminal character here.
So I am his clown today.
Yeah,
yes.
That's what people don't understand. If you have more than 1 kid, then you have people to entertain.
They help each other out because they love to be together. It is the coolest thing to watch them interact, actually.
All right, there we go.
Don't grab it. I know you want to. I know you want to.
All right.
The microphones are the most entertaining thing.
Yes.
Didn't you know?
Yes. Like them too much. So as you can see, it's not slow, but it's a timely process. You know, it takes a minute to get all of this done. All right, so there we go. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
And Jody does suggest throw some onions in between.
Oh, you can. You can
put whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want. That's what I said.
Sweet, savory.
Yeah, you can whatever you want to do. You can do. I like to do some red onions, and then I do green, red, and orange, or the yellow peppers. So it gives it a nice color. You can do some pineapple in this. That would be pretty good. But for this that we're doing today, I'm just keeping it real basic.
This is for the purpose of eating our vegetables.
Yes.
We were having a conversation with one of our customers yesterday and had to admit that when our children say they do not want to eat vegetables, we cannot argue them because we don't either.
Yes. It's a little hard to argue with a kid. Pulling that one right out. No, it's because I stuck the skewer badly in the last one. There we go. That's better. And I try and do 1 stick at a time, because if you get them wrong, like this one now, it actually widens it a little. All right, there we go. 3 and 3. All right, so this will be for dinner tomorrow, because I'm going to have them stay overnight in the marinade, and I've already got ones made for today.
And there's only a few of us to feed, so more meat is better in our world.
Oh man, yeah, there's no shortage of eaters of that, that's for sure. All right, 1, and then last one. And I hate working with chicken because, you know, the stuff, salmonella. All right, gotta clean all of this shit up.
Excuse you.
All right, there we
Excuse
go.
you.
So just
Hope
remember
nobody
between
heard
the
that.
fingers.
Hope nobody heard that.
And
Yeah.
there we go. That guy a clown today.
Oh, he is.
Very entertaining.
He's very tired, but wants to wiggle and be a nonsense.
Yes, of course he does. All right. So normally, just for Jody for some feedback there. Normally, when I do the onions and stuff like that, I do slightly smaller than this. I'll do about half of this size. This is literally to fry the meat. So all right. So before I take my gloves off, all right. So we want to just clip these guys. You can use a side cutter. I find just using the back of the knife, if you're far enough forward, you just clips them right off.
So no more cutting yourself, no more risk.
Nope. So you use like the back part of the knife, and it'll just kind of clip them right off, shoot them away. All right, so here we go. So give it again like 1.5 inches, 2 inches on the front, because you don't want these guys to fall off. All right, so, and I've got a bag that'll hold this, so you can use a Ziploc bag. That's probably what I would suggest at home, is a Ziploc bag, and then what you do is you, don't worry, that's
flew
the
at
second
me.
one. Yep.
Hey, that one too.
Yeah. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna take my gloves off quick.
Somewhere over here. Over there.
One. There's another one somewhere in there.
Okay.
The vacuums will.
We will find it later.
Yeah. So So I'm gonna get a bag, and I'll give you my rule of thumb. So let me get 2 of these. So vacuum bags, because we're gonna vacuum seal these. I just want to go throw an eye there on the fire.
Yeah.
What does it look like? Is it burning?
I do not see flames.
I do not see flames.
I do not see flames. I do not see smoke.
Let me go make sure it's on.
I see a camera showing a grill. That is all.
Otherwise, it's going to be very boring.
I see you guys talking weather, like we were mentioning earlier.
No,
I'm glad
smoke.
everybody's warmed up a little bit. You know, a whopping 16 degrees, Cam. That must be toasty down there, or up there, shall I say. We hit in the 40s yesterday. I swear it felt like 60s.
It is good.
It was very nice yesterday. Nice, sunny. I think today's the same, right? Today's sunny outside?
Yeah, it's actually really nice. About 70.
70? Okay,
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, so you want to get a Ziploc bag, probably a gallon, I guess, give or take. Got a gallon bag. So what I do is I grab it at the top. You do 2 folds over. All right, that way you don't get goo around your seal. All right, and then you want to do on the marinade, I'll get that out now. You want to do about 20% of the weight. I find works well. 15 will also probably work. Even 10 will work, but I find 20%, you got a nice amount of overrun. You could also spice it if you want, so salt, pepper, maybe some rub, you know, whatever rub you want to do.
Do we have some stuff called Bry Rub?
We do, but we're going to change the name. So I don't want to, I don't know if I should be promoting that too much.
Okay.
But you can talk about our sponsor.
You know, we have this awesome sponsor, Anton's Land of Biltong at biltongusa.com. Get your biltong to live a healthy, happy, meaty life. And use code S.T.F. 10 for 10% off on your biltong purchases. Now that is specific to any of the 8-ounce and 16-ounce packs or the sets in that size range. We do not have the small sets eligible for sales, but check them out if you want to try something or share with others. The sampler sets are really good for that. But then we also have the 47. If you haven't seen the 47, check it out. That is deeper sale than what you can get with any of the sponsor codes. And it is 4.75 pounds at $145.47.
Yeah, we've heavily discounted that. Let me go put this thing.
I sure will. Oh, sorry. I should have moved further.
We've got a kid in the way.
Oh, there's a leg probably back there.
Yeah, there was a leg and a knife, and they don't mix.
Leg, knife, no.
Yes. Right, sorry, I'm just going to rinse this off real quick.
We want to keep appendages, please. Sorry for my rocking. That is my attempt to see if I can get this one to calm down a little bit.
All right, this goes, so this will also vacuum seal. So I actually think we could just throw all of this in a masala.
Yes.
Like almost like a masala stew.
Ooh, that'll be very nice.
Sorry, I want to make sure my hands are clean. All right, there we go.
Sith has come in. Welcome.
Who's that?
Sith.
Okay, hey Sith, how are you?
Glad to have you.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm in front of the camera here. All right, so let me just quickly. So we've got our 2 packs of chicken all done. I want to move these, put them back there. I just want to.
I think there was a little here.
Yeah, there was.
Okay.
There and over here.
Ah, yes.
So I'm. You know, I was never that paranoid about chicken, and then I did a food management course, and I'm like, whoo, if something goes wrong there, you get real sick real quick. So I'm a little paranoid when it comes to the chickens.
Okay.
Right, and then this is where the sanitizer comes in, so we're just gonna...
What is sanitizer, Anton?
Sanitizer is it's an antibacterial. It'll just kill any bacteria or any...
Can you clean with sanitizer?
No, you don't clean with sanitizer. You sanitize with sanitizer. You clean with cleaner, and then you sanitize with a sanitizer.
That is such a difficult point.
Oh, some people don't understand.
Sanitizer is phenomenal, though, and this is not a bleach mixture,
bleach
so
type.
it's food safe.
Or iodine.
Once it dries, which is really nice.
All right. All right, so we're gonna weigh this out, and then we're gonna toss some marinade in here. So the reason why you also cut the sticks is because you want those sharp edges off. This is just a marinade I made. I've had it a while. Woo, splashing on myself here. So I've had it a little bit. Oh, I've been making it for quite some time. It's like, you know, I've had it for sale and stuff like that. We like to marinate stuff in it. Maybe once we are out of Commyville, you know, maybe we can, yes, we will do more of these kinds of things. So let me see.
And we've got Cole's Towing and Bobby Joe.
Oh, okay, well, thank you very much. Cole's, wow, we haven't seen Cole in a minute.
I know, so glad to have you.
Yeah.
And Bobby Joe, let's not discredit her either.
Yeah, welcome in. So I've made the skewers already. All right, and then with vacuum sealing this, so one of the tricks you can use at home, all right, if you do not have a vacuum sealer, all right, which obviously I do have, one of the tricks you can use is you can actually use a bucket of water, all right, and you can submerge your bag into the water. Just don't put the top in, and I'll show you, not with water, but I'll show you how to do that. Yeah, of course. I have to wipe that up. Messy job. Messy job. All right. I could have probably made 3 out of this. All right. So there we go. All right. 2 of them done.
Sorry,
the kid is a little difficult.
My mic is very fascinating right now.
Yes.
Trying to save the mic.
Hey, calm down, man. Calm down. It's not the end of the world. Don't be nonsense. Okay, so let's see quickly. So we wanna sorry, it's just a question. So you wanna kind of try and move your marinade around a little. Maybe turn them inside the bags. You wanna try and not flip them out too much. And what will happen is when you vacuum seal this, it's going to go into all the little crevices anyway, and then you can move it around. I just like to try and mix it up a little. All right, so we're gonna just turn this one around. All right, there we go, and we'll turn this one around. And there we go, and then I'll go now and seal it when Nicole returns. So this will, like this, it'll end up like that. It'll just run in everywhere because it's under pressure. So even though it doesn't look like it will, it will. All right, so what you do if you don't have a vacuum sealer, you take a Ziploc, all right, and take a tub of water. And then what you do is you actually lay this in from the top, and then you lay it down, and the water will press the air out of the bag, and then you just go up to your zip, and then you Ziploc it as the water is just on the zip, so you don't want to submerge it completely, and that'll press the water out. I will go lock these two down quickly, and I will seal them. Actually, no, I'll seal the bits later.
The bits, the masala bits.
The masala
I have
bits.
plans for that meat. You guys do not understand. I love masala. Hey, actually, tidbit, too much information as a way to put it. That's what got this kid out. Anton made me a spicy curry the day he was born. I did the whole regime of the midwives brew and all the crazy movements and stuff, and even wrung out customers while having contractions. And then I had a spicy masala, so spicy curry that evening, and he was born at 11:35. He had to make it on the 2nd of May. Didn't want to pop it to the 3rd. I can't blame him on that. But old wives' tales really do work sometimes with the kids. As long as you wait, 12 days after. That's why he's as big as he is. He doesn't know how to get out, shall I say. I don't think any of the kids did. They were all squatters in the end. He's not fussy. He's just tired, Cam. That's all.
Huh. I was just wondering, we have a vacuum sealer, the old one with the bags and the pouches, which we are not using.
Yes.
We should do some kind of giveaway in.
Hey, that would be good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a chamber sealer, but it works. I mean, if for stuff like this,
yes. Maybe either as we head out or before we head out. Completely up to you as to when. May have to look into that. I like it.
Yeah. So how about this? How about drop a yes in the chat.
Why?
If why or yes? If anybody could use a traditional standard kind of vacuum sealer.
Yeah.
With a couple of pouches and bags and stuff that go along with it, we will pay for the shipping.
Looky there. We've got it. It's available. It is not in use and would love a new home. What do you guys think? You interested in that? Should we consider it? Let us know your thoughts. And if you see this later, shoot a comment on the video so that we can know what you're thinking.
Yeah, we can leave some comments in the video about if you would like one, and we can have a look at it. Maybe we can do something and get that to somebody who can use it. So that is sealed. So that's why you cut the tips off, otherwise they might stick through the plastic. And this will slowly,
the question, Sid. He needs to know, what was the question?
Do you need a vacuum sealer? Do you need a vacuum sealer? We have a spare vacuum sealer which we are not using. It is an old kind of lift type. You put the bag in and you close it, and
old,
it goes. No. Well, it's a home style. So, sorry, we use like big commercial equipment. So this we bought probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
4 to 5 years ago.
Yeah, 4 to 5 years ago. But we didn't use it a lot because we just started kind of using it, and then we upgraded. So it's a Western Pro.
Yes, it's not one people at home can
2350.
buy easily. It is a commercial version.
Yeah, I mean they're like $500 or something.
Yeah,
it's not like this thing's like $20. They're like $500, and we got pouches and stuff with them. Some small, medium, large, and some rolls, and so you can make a bunch of. So I just thought, you know what, we got this thing, I actually put it out about a week ago on Facebook Marketplace for like a 200 or 250 or something, and then I thought I'd drop it to 200. But I mean, it doesn't look like people really that interested. But this is a cooking show, and if there are people that are interested in something like that, you know, maybe we make it happen.
I think we need to do a competition for it.
Or something, yeah.
Make it fun and worthwhile, and then.
Yeah, and we'll ship it out to you. We'll pack it up and ship it out
Yeah.
to you. It's fully functional, and I've got some space for it, some extra. It's got like a copper seal and stuff. So
Ubuk says we should have a vacuum sealer get together.
yes,
Believe me, we can do that. We have many.
so this is what mine looks like now after it's been laying for like maybe 4 hours. This is what it looks like now that I just sealed it. So we can let this run around a little. And now that it's in here, obviously you don't want to be too hard-handed, but you can kind of do a bit of a mix mash, you know, on this guy, move that marinade around, and you can see already like this one is moving more, you know, towards it being kind of equally distributed. All right, this one is going to take a little bit of massaging, but we can do that.
You're talking about massaging, and you are not seeing this chat, but man, it's appropriate.
Well, that's okay. I know how to work a couple of thighs, you know, and just be gentle, you know, and then you work the thighs, and then you have 4 children. Don't know how that happened. Don't know how that happened.
It's only because of the sausage.
Yes, only because of the sausage, exactly. I mean, I came to the US 10 years ago. I was a young, unmarried man without kids. And then, like I said to someone the other day, someone phoned and said, I've never spoke to someone like, you know, with an accent like yours. I said, yeah, that's what my wife said. And somehow I found myself married with 4 kids now. I don't even remember saying yes. And I'm just like,
he didn't. You know? It took two times of me asking, but I got him.
All right, so we're almost there. Let me go check the fire. Oh, you are such a terrorist. He's so tired. But I don't think he's going to sleep.
I don't either, but I'm going to hold him and we will hang out.
Let me just dry. Let me dry the sausage a little.
Yes, that is a thing. Drying sausage. I never knew that. Anton has shown me this, and he tells all of our customers to make sure that they take their meat out prior to cooking so that they can dry it. As it cooks better?
Yeah, right? so a wet sausage doesn't crust up nicely. So you want the casing a little drier, and it helps just with making a nice kind of crust on it. Let me go check that fire quickly. I'll be right
Lemon,
back.
That's scary. I don't know if I could agree with that statement there. I will not say it out loud. I don't want it to be on the stream, but thank you for sharing said quotes. Yes. Yes. Okay, Musk may agree with that. Or the ladies that spread those thighs. Never know. That is too funny, though. I love your guys' comments. You make me laugh. And Russ, I want to mention yours when Anton's back because he won't argue you. He's probably going to agree. Yeah. So what I'm holding is biltong. This is actually a strip of biltong. It is incredibly gross once the kid's been chewing on it, so I will have to wash my hands if I were to do anything. But it normally is thrown on the ground, thrown everywhere, but they nibble on them, and it helps their jawline and their teeth. The meat specifically makes quite a big difference on our dental work.
Yeah, so how do I put this? Apparently, a lot of the teeth problems that people have nowadays, i.e. teeth not being straight and, you know, not coming out properly and all kinds of issues is because the food's too soft. And I thought this was a joke. I was on another podcast and someone randomly mentioned it, and even the podcast host said, and then the guy posted a link, and I looked at it, and it's actually got quite an impact if you don't chew properly, if you don't have hard food that actually works your jaws.
Is it Weston A. Price?
I think he's part of it. Weston A. Price is also, you can look that up.
Fascinating information.
Yeah.
Stop throwing it.
Yeah, and I think also like the cultures that don't really eat sugar, like zero cavities. Zero cavities ever.
Full mouth.
Pearly whites everywhere, man.
Perfect. They don't come out. They don't have issues. No root canals, which we've been known to question root canals lately.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've had some done, and yeah, man, like 10 years down the line, they just don't hold and work anymore. So that fire is almost ready. So I'm going to. Are you done? I think you're done. You want the bite, Mom?
So Russ said I wanted to share it with you because I
Yeah.
thought you'd get a kick out of it. Nicole doesn't take no for an answer.
No, she does not. No, she does not. That is for sure. But you know what? In this case, she was right. So I'll take that.
And we got to say hi to Ubik. Obviously, I said his
Oh,
name before.
yeah.
And we've also got Jacob Castro.
Hey, Jacob.
Yeah.
Oh, and just by the way, you mentioned yesterday Rumble chat better than YouTube chat. 100,000% for sure. I've got, there's a few podcasters that's on YouTube because they're not getting a lot of traction on Rumble. So they got more traction on YouTube and I kind of chat there. I am not a fan of the YouTube chat, man. That chat is not nice. Rumble chat's really, I really like the structure, the flow, but the YouTube chat, man, that thing's a fucking mess. I really don't like the YouTube chat. It's very hard to follow, and it's very hard to like respond to people, man. It's like they don't make it intuitive. The Rumble one's very good.
Unless you're on your phone and they are not subscribed to the channel. So if you are not subscribed to the channel and I'm working on the app, I cannot get their name to highlight.
Yes.
They have to be subscribed.
Yes.
I figured that out.
Yes, but that's not the case on the computer.
No.
But on the computer also, even with YouTube, like Rumble's still easier to use because on Rumble you can just click on the name and it'll appear. That doesn't happen in YouTube. In YouTube you've got to type the first three, and you got to remember what it is because if it's close names, then there's like the whole list comes up. I do not like the YouTube chat, man.
By the way, Bright Can is back.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, honk honk.
Just in time for the fire. So that fire is almost ready. It was. It's pretty much. It's not too hot, so I'm not going to burn. The skin off anything. Mm-hmm.
I think he's calling for you this time.
Yeah, he is.
So this one is big about Dad.
Hey.
Loves the dad.
Yes, boy. All right. I got to go put some meat on a fire, though. So I know you want to sit by me, but I got to go cook so I can make some food.
Hey, Belle of the Bayou. Rumble is where all the cool people are. We
Yes,
agree.
that is 100%.
We agree. We do have a couple of people on YouTube, but there is literally nothing happening on the chat on YouTube, which that is okay.
Yes.
We try to bring people to the dark side, to the Rumble side.
Yeah, so the two people there's three people that's mainly on YouTube. One is Jack Spieko from the Survival Podcast. No, you can't have my mic. I know you want it, but you cannot have it. Jack Spieko from the Survival Podcast. So he's big on YouTube, much bigger on YouTube than Rumble. And then Veteran Biker Ben. He's a cool dude. Check him out. Check Jack out for sure. Veteran Biker is cool.
The Survivalist Podcast.
No, the Survival Podcast.
The Survival
on
Podcast.
Jack,
sorry.
yes. And then Veteran Biker, he's a cool dude. Check him out. And then the other guy is Lev from Break the Rules. They normally do the debates. They're big on YouTube. Everybody else is on Rumble. Of course, tonight I have to do the honorable mention for the Viva.
Please do.
You're trying to be fast. You're not fast enough. So remember, Viva and Barnes tonight. Big show. Every Sunday, like 20,000 live people.
They may have a couple things to talk about from this week.
Yes.
So maybe we learn the law from the lawyers themselves.
Yes. Hey, Barnes is a fucking sharp cookie, man.
Gotta love Barnes. By the way, Cam, thank you for gifting 5 subscriptions.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Very nice. Sorry, I am going to do the dance with the boy.
Yes.
You guys will watch me be the mom and see if I can manage him all in one.
All right, why are you being nonsense? You want to see if he'll lay down?
He won't.
You don't think so? Try and flip him upside down there on his bed and see if he lays down. If he lays down, then I can go bri. Otherwise, bring him back. Just try for a minute.
Hi. I don't trust this one.
Yes, he's a nonsense right now.
He's like all of my kids.
He's tired, but not tired enough, but too tired to really, do anything with. So, this should take about 20 minutes to cook. It's looking real good. I can almost smell it. It's that good. I like the marinade, and I normally try and lay it overnight. You could just put it in a bucket as well of marinade, like a tub if you want. I prefer to seal it in, and then it pulls that flavor into the meat. For me, I think a little better. And then we just got sausage because we make sausage with everything. If there's no sausage, there's no braai. It's gotta have sausage for it to be a braai.
So if he does this, do I go back and
Oh,
get him?
he's a nonsense, that kid. So, well, see, maybe he'll calm down a little bit there for a minute.
I'll give him a minute. He's not screaming. He's not complaining.
Yes,
We'll
he'll
see
yell
if
in a
he
minute.
has some
Don't worry,
fun.
when I go put this on the fire, then he's gonna yell. Then we're gonna have nobody on camera. So I think let me go take this, get it out.
Hey, Unfolding Joker.
Hey.
Glad to have you.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't read the chat. That's Nicole's.
That's okay, that's me. I will catch us up on what's going on. Hey, looks like a lot of awesome people got those memberships. Very nice. Say a big thank you to Cam, which we greatly appreciate that as well, Cam. Oh, and the like button. Lemon, I've been terrible because I don't have Neuro, who is normally so good at reminding people. Somebody said it earlier as well. I'm not sure if it was Dog Digger, which I know you are also really good at reminding people. Please hit the like, subscribe, follow. We are really trying to continue to get decent food out to the public. If I hear one more person talk about how wonderful the food is that they got from the fast food place, I'm going to pull my hair out. That is something we do not do. We have not had fast food, I want to say, in at least 3 years. I actually think it's been longer than that. We've only been out to eat to one place in the last 2 years, which did not seem to bother any of us. I don't like dropping other names, but believe it or not, it was a barbecue joint. So that was kind of neat that we did find somewhere that has decent food that was clean. So that is refreshing as a family, because we've tried. We are in the dining capital of Texas, is what this city is known for. Hence why we actually opened the restaurant originally. But as far as dining goes, no. I have customers ask me where to go out to eat, and I have to look them in the face and tell you I don't know, because I don't go out to eat. We either eat foods from the shop, which would be the things that the kids have. These are less processed, no MSG, no soy, no corn syrup, any of those types of items. But when it comes to cooking, as you guys have seen, Anton is very particular about doing things from scratch. We were even just reading up about almond flour. So we've had almond flour items a couple times. We even did, what was it, I think it was a cheesecake he did, a banana bread, and the other one was some kind of soft, like a soaking cake that we used the lemon on from, of course, lemon. She reminded us to use lemon curd. That was very nice. But both Anton and I had discomfort after. So we did not touch the desserts again, but definitely think it was the almond flour itself. We are not made to have almonds. At least he and I are not. We need to stick to our meat, and that is okay with me. I like the meat, so I'm not complaining at all. Goes good in peanut butter cookies. I can see that, Bright Candy. It's just I don't know if I can do it again. It's hurt the last time.
What, the almonds?
Yes.
Oh, man.
No, the almond flour. We were just talking about
Well, the
it.
almond flour, and then I had almonds the other day, and I was like, man, that was not a pleasant experience. You're going to have to talk to that guy.
Man.
Yeah, he's yelling. It's like, hey, why you leave me
I'll
here?
juggle the kid again.
So yeah, no, the almonds was interesting. I knew he was going to do that, so I thought, let me throw the meat on the fire, close it up, and then Nicole can fetch this guy and dance around with him while I finish up the cooking. And it's a little boring today because I don't have anything else on the side going, but I thought I'd take a minute. And so, like I say, so and Jody also pointed that out. So I like to use red peppers just because of the color of the pepper. So you can use a red pepper and a white pepper, or a yellow pepper, and then you get the contrast of the red and the white. And then, because you want to make it colorful and fun, yellow peppers, green peppers, red peppers, and then the red, because the red onions are actually purple. So some white and some red peppers in between, onions in between. You can do some, like if you want to do like almost like a tropical chicken, you can do some pineapple in between. Cherries with bacon goes real well with a sweet sauce. You could do bacon pieces with beef. The only thing I recommend is don't use breast on chicken. It's too dry. Don't use dry pieces of beef because once the skewers come off, they are dry. You don't want dry susatis, or well, we call them susatis. You guys call them kebabs or skewers or whatever. We call them susatis. So you know, you can put your vegetable platter in between.
Hey, looky there! sorry, Bright Can News says, how goes the cocktail fundraiser, Anton? And then guess who popped in?
Hey, Cocktail, welcome in,
Next
welcome in.
Message.
So we've tried really hard. We've tried really hard to try and get it spread as much as possible. We got a couple of $100 in there. So we will, by the end of February, hopefully, and Cocktail, I'm sorry, man, I have not gotten around to answer your emails. Mail me if you need money earlier, and we can just release it and stop it, or we can try. I want to try and run it to the end of February and then send
Friday.
you whatever.
That's very soon.
Well, yeah, it's right now. We'll wait. That's fine. So Friday, whatever we got in, we're going to try and send you whatever we got on our side. We'll send you a check. So I'm going to need your mailing address. And then whatever's in the GoFundMe, we will, I don't know, however we get to release it. I don't know how it releases.
We'll be in contact.
We'll sort it out for you. And then it's not a lot, but you know what? Every buck helps. And thank you to everybody who's actually donated and helped out. You know, if we as a community don't stand together, man, like we're not going to get anywhere. Hey, nonsense.
I know.
All right,
I know.
So let me go check the fire.
So Finboy is here asking what's going on. And of course, Lemon's got him covered. Meat's on the fire.
Yes.
That is what we do around here. So I have to chuckle. Our last name actually means, I'm sure it's fine.
Just talk about the vacuum sealer as well.
Okay, I'll mention the vacuum sealer again. Our last name means from fire. So I chuckle with Anton and his obsession with grilling. It is absolutely perfect to go with his name, which surname I have now taken on, and of course our kids as well. So the vacuum sealer, Anton wants me to mention it again. We have a Weston standard vacuum sealer, which sucks the air from the bags themselves. We've got a bunch of bags, and I think some of the tubing, so you can actually make different bag sizes as well. We would like to offer this to someone who is in our show. I am not quite sure how we're going to do that yet. I think we should take it offline a little bit, but we just want to know if people are interested in that, if that would be worthwhile. It is about a $500, if not give or take a little bit, machine, so it's decent, I would say. And commercial grade, it is not something that you just get everywhere, which is really nice. But let us know if that's something you guys are interested in. Hit a Y in the chat, or a yes, or even just say vacuum sealer as a comment. I would appreciate it so I know what everyone's thinking. And don't forget, while we're talking about potentially commenting, hit that like button and share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I will mention, Cocteau, I see you are chatting back and forth. We are so glad to have you in. I know things have not been the best lately, but thank you for sharing your story with us and really with the Rumble community. I had a very nice lady in yesterday from Viva, and I chuckled because she just found out about Anton from the interview that he had with Viva on the Locals channel, which of course Viva did share later on to YouTube and Rumble. She had no clue about Anton and what we do, but she lives over here in Allen. So when she came in, the thing that she told me is she's not very familiar with Rumble and hasn't gotten into it, hasn't used it. She has no clue about the community that Rumble offers. So I highly urged her to check out our channel, see what she thinks, if she could ever catch us live. As you guys know, it is very interactive, fun. Everyone gets to know each other. I really love how we've got quite a community on the channel. And yes, going on Viva, I agree. Sid, I think it was great too. That was a very interesting day. I chuckled at Anton because I couldn't find him for a little bit. I was packing biltong in the bag, and then I kind of heard a little bit of noise, but where he was is not too close to me. And I heard him, what sounded like answering questions, but I couldn't find it. I checked all the channels, I checked all of our guys, couldn't find anything. And he told me, yeah, it's on Locals, just as an FYI. I was like, okay, cool. And then when Viva shared it, I was able to check it out too. We did have Anton on with Disaffected, Josh from Disaffected, last Sunday as well. They do go live again today, so if you're not busy after Viva and Barnes, check out Disaffected.
Yes.
Phenomenal podcast. It's another one of our favorites. We have a lot of favorites.
Yes. Josh is a cool guy.
Josh is very neat. Very cool. So if you guys are not familiar with him, I think there was this one guy in our chat. Didn't we see him last Sunday in chat?
Which guy?
Finboy.
Oh yeah, Finboy. Yeah, Finboy. And then Finboy also popped it on. So I've been talking to Viva for like probably a good 6 months about Josh, to try and get him try and get him to get Josh, Jack, and Ben all try and get them on their podcast. So we'll see. Maybe something happens. Grab this guy. It's too hard for me to go and pry.
Lift the
No,
lid
and
and
so
poke the
no,
meat.
it's not that. It's like I got to hold him against the mic, so I had to switch the mic off because he was rubbing up and down against it. But
He
he's
is a
very
wiggly
tired.
dude. King told me about the disaffected cast, and I watched that too. Anton, it was really good hearing your story. Thank you, sis. Thank you for that. I don't know if Anton caught it, but don't worry. I will share with him. What is that? Anton is always clueless to Queen's setups. I don't understand, Cam. What do you mean? What did I do? Oh, Cocteau, thank you. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Friday, like I say, is the 28th. So we'll close out on Friday and see how soon we can get you everything. Sending your way soon, man. We really, really hope to help you out. Not a fan of hearing about people struggling like that, you know, especially something you cannot prevent. That is not cool. I think I missed something on the slaw. What is the slaw? What's going on here? I think I missed that part of the... Okay. Now I understand. Oh, goodness. Yes. Sorry, my young one here is very tired. So this dude is 9 months old, almost 10 months old. He'll be 10 months on the 2nd, and the size of a 2-year-old. It's a bit much to hold on to him. What can I say? He, put it mildly. Barn and slaw. Okay, now I get it, Lemon. Thank you for sharing. Totally missed that. I felt like it was over my head.
Sorry, I'm gonna be in front of the.
Hey, I kind of have the blondish red, so maybe that's what my problem was. A little dents on that statement there. I completely missed it.
Sorry.
Cam, I did not set him up. I just trapped him.
Yes.
Like we talked about the kennel with the kid, you know, same thing.
Yes. Do you want to get married? Yes.
No, we are getting married.
Yes. Oh, yes. We are getting married. Oh, by the way, there's like a kid on the way. By the way, another one. By the way, another one. It's like then I said, so is there going to be another one? And she said no.
No, done.
Four and done.
I think that is great contribution. We have
Yes.
doubled us.
Yes. We have doubled us. We are good.
I mean, that is protections. Ubek, I don't know what you're saying.
What is this protection you are talking of? Is there protection? Why did you not tell me about
That's why
this?
we're in America.
I come from Africa. We don't know about protection.
Not wrong.
Yeah,
You're
I
not
know.
wrong.
I know. You want to go
Not
give
wrong.
that monkey to
I can see if I can hand him over to
Yeah.
the young
siblings.
ones that have come.
Yeah. So yeah, that chicken's looking good. Actually,
smells
really
good.
It's looking really good. I'm looking forward to taking a big, huge chunk out of that. Also made my kids a bunch of muffins yesterday. I had some extra ingredients and stuff, and I almost threw it away. And I thought, you know what? So I baked like 40 muffins yesterday for the kids. So they got muffins for the next bunch of days. So they've been eating a muffin for breakfast, or eggs, bacon, or sausage, or whatever, and a muffin. And then for lunch, it's like egg, biltong, and a muffin. So they've been like killing the muffins, which is fine. They're pretty good, you know, as far as those kind of things go. So I don't mind too much. You know, at least they're homemade, and you know they don't have a bunch of crap in them. So, so I'm gonna go check the meat in a minute or two again. Just make sure it's all good. I'm just waiting for Nicole to return, and then she can take over, and I can make sure that there's not emptiness in front of the camera. But yeah, so it was interesting being on. So what basically happened with Viva is I sent him the interview I did with Josh because he had some questions. So I thought, all right, let me send it to him before I forget. So I just like randomly sent it to him. Like he was still in a podcast, and I thought, okay, let me just send it because I'm going to get busy. So I was busy literally like loading biltong, I think, out of a machine. And I was like arm deep, like getting this biltong out. And my phone vibrated, and I think I wanted to go do something else. And I thought, you know what? Let me just check while I check my phone. Let me go do whatever it was because something popped into my mind. And when I looked at my phone, there was a link from Viva, and I was like, I don't understand. So I clicked on the link, and then like I was live basically. I was on the podcast coming in, and then you like enable your camera, and you're literally live. So I was like in the background going into the podcast. So I just ran off to the little like makeshift office thing we got, and there I was. So there was no preparation on that, man. There was no warning. There was no preparation. That was interesting. So yeah, that was very unexpected. Let me just call Nicole here. Nicole, sorry, I don't want to burn the meat because I don't know if we've got flames outside or not. I'm sorry, I want to just go check the meat.
You're good.
I don't want
We
to.
had a little commotion at the park today.
Oh, of course
Yes,
we did.
yes.
Of course we did. All
I
right.
will admit, being in this area of town is a little interesting. So it is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Trophy Club, Texas, which is very well-to-do area. Trophy Club, Westlake, which is, I swear, the most secretive town we've ever seen. Everyone is behind gates and fences, and not just fences, I would say almost barricades. It is very secretive as to who lives in what locations. Beautiful home, absolutely stunning, but lots of money, lots of things. And so with that comes people using the amenities in the area who may not be from the area. So our kids, of course, they go to the local park and have all kinds of interesting characters that are there. So my young son had to share a story about an interaction he had today. So sorry I had to be on hold there for a second. Yes, Sif, I agree. Now, you guys will have to get me up to date, or maybe I need to go back a little bit and find out more about Viva. I heard his big come to fame was with the truckers in Canada. Is that correct? The young lady yesterday mentioned that to me, which was very interesting.
What's
Sorry,
that?
a young lady yesterday mentioned that Viva became big with the truckers in Canada. Is
Yes,
that correct?
yes, I
Okay.
think so. He was doing a lot of walking and interviewing and stuff like that.
I distinctly remember, I don't know if I should share this, but I will,
Yeah.
being a part of a woman's South African women's group in during those times, and me openly supporting the truckers and what they were doing and saying that we cheer them on, we are here for them, support them, and then I got banned.
Well, no, it wasn't that. That was a warning,
okay.
and then we basically didn't back the vaccine, and that got us banned.
I can't
Well,
remember.
that yes. So the truckers were step one, and then somebody said, you know, like the next like update, you know, the
Oh, you
the-
couldn't say anything. That's right.
well, yeah, well the schedule. Well, someone made some stupid joke about, you know, if you're driving in snow, you got to have snow tires and something, and we're like, yeah, well, that's a false equivalency, and
Yes.
you know, people are gonna die of this, and you know, this thing's
Yes.
not been tested, because they were talking about, you know, you should get your updated shot, because you know, 6 months after the original one, they got to release a, for whoever's in software, you guys know what patches are, so they got to do a patch to the original, because the original a little bit fucking broken. So the patch came out, you know, version 2. Yeah, no, fuck those people.
I don't
Anyway,
think anything ever fixed. if I
you know
remember.
what? Those fuckers should be in prison.
Yes.
Just
I
my
heard someone
opinion.
say that and completely agree that everyone that pushed that, who didn't question, who didn't even think that there may be a problem when the government tells you what you should and should not be doing without any evidence to back it up, or even willingness to share any information, there's a problem.
Oh,
and
yeah.
in healthcare, you're supposed to ask questions for those kinds of things. I used to get myself in trouble all the time
So-
with the doctors because I asked them questions.
Here's the part that blows my mind. Today, this is 2025.
Yes, it is.
people. This is 5 years now. Like, we know what these things do. There's still people that push it. You can still get it from the pharmacy. Like, I drive past and the pharmacies have signs up that says get your flu and COVID vaccine in one. And I'm like, I don't understand.
No.
Like, I don't get it. Is there still people that take that? Because I don't understand.
I think
Like, it
they
makes no
tend
sense.
to drive their vehicles with masks on still.
I don't understand it.
themselves.
It makes no sense. Sorry, I mean, like, not that I want to go down that rabbit hole, but it's just like, You know, I know there's people that smoke. I used to smoke, but we know smoking is real bad for you. So we try not, you know, do those kind of things because we know the
Jesus, local employers still require the jab.
who where
Canada.
Canada. Oh,
Jesus.
come that makes no sense. Like I don't understand it.
Yes, unfolding Joker. Exactly.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like we know this stuff's killing people.
Ubik's got a good point. There's people who do fentanyl voluntarily. That
Yes.
is no logic.
Yes.
I mean, we
Yes,
know what's
yes,
happening with
yes,
fentanyl.
yes.
100%.
Well, so you see, I don't actually care if you want to do shit like voluntarily, but for employers to require it, like that is a massive problem for me. That's one of the reasons why we doubled down here. And I mean, we got the fucking troll today who's like, oh, I'm gonna boycott, blah blah.
Yes, we are being boycotted on all of our channels.
So yes, apparently.
And we support financially.
Yes, but what I don't understand. So one of the reasons why we doubled down here is because we saw this shit. So I'm ex-corporate. I had my own businesses for a very long time, but I worked corporate for a long time as well.
And I'm healthcare corporate.
And she's healthcare corporate. I'm like, IT type corporate, like your AT&T, Siemens, Nokia, what's it, Altec or whatever, Ericsson, like that kind of line. So I'm like IT telecom corporate. She's healthcare, and we watched with these guys what they did and fired people. And I mean, these people were like, we're gonna make their lives harder, and we literally took all our savings, every single cent we got, and we put it in this business because we said we will never ever bow to a corporate overlord that has literally you by the short and curlies, because he will dictate, or the corporation will dictate to you. I don't want to say he or she, but the corporation will dictate to you what you need to do. Yes. What you need to do to get your money. And I don't want to be in a bind where I have to choose shit like that to feed my family. And we just said, fuck it. No matter how hard things are going to be, we will be here
how does it
and work.
Say, come hell or high water.
Yes.
We're going to figure it out.
So we just did, and that's how I got involved with a lot of the podcast stuff, is because we had to find a way, because I just didn't. At that point, like one of the reasons why I'm not a citizen yet is because for the last 4 years, I didn't know if I was going to be required to get the COVID jab, to become a citizen. And I don't want to do that because my kids need a dad, man. And I don't know if that shit's going to work with me,
And we have unfortunately gone to the 10th degree on that. We have
we've burned down all the bridges.
Rabbit holes. We've gone down all the rabbit holes. We have learned too much. I saw your comment, Ubik. One thing I want to urge you to do is find out when both of those what do you call them, strains were isolated. If they've never been isolated, you cannot protect against them. So I urge you to do a little bit more research before saying that you want to take those. Just as a everybody, do your research, do it yourselves. I'm happy to have conversations offline, but I will never suggest or make medical advice to anybody on stream. But definitely take care of yourself. The nonsense is not worth it. And we would rather have people thriving and doing things the hard way than taking something that will potentially be the end of you. And that is exactly what I see, definitely with the COVID side of things. But I'm sure all of them at this point are untrustworthy, unfortunately. And I owe a hello to Salty Reese's Cup. Glad to have you in.
Howdy. Welcome in.
Greatest country in North America. You got it, Texas. That is
yes,
right.
Yes,
that is right.
Yes,
I shall agree with you on that
one. Someone told me the other day they actually streamed Texas radio from in South Africa, and the presenter was saying, "There's Texas and 49 wannabes."
Yes. There may be 50. There's this one up north. It's kind of cold.
Yeah. Their governor's about to leave.
Oh, that governor. He forgot
Governor
to
Trudeau.
take his panties and straighten them out. I think they're in a knot. Yes, always be part of the group. You got it, Femboy. 100%. Speaking, Sith, you mentioned raising your daughter in her teenage years with the COVID stuff. Of course, around here, all the schools shut down. Was really interesting. Now, what happened with that is there was a lot of exposure on the schools and what was going on, especially here in this area. Once again, very affluent, lots of money, lots of people putting money into the schools, lots of donations. Now they will tell you they never have enough money and they always need more loans and bonds and whatnot, but it's for pretty. They are the keeping up with the Joneses style in this area. But with that, we met a couple of people who had young kids, like our youngest daughter. She was born November of 2019, and that's actually when I stepped away from the hospital. I never went back after having her because we decided to build the business. I told Anton I wanted to jump in with him in our business, but the people we met afterwards, their kids had speech delays. They struggled with facial features. Whenever they would speak to people, they always wanted to touch their mouths. So sensory issues, speech issues, and all of that comes from the masks in the different areas. And one couple in particular, they were in England at the time, which of course is very strict with masking. So their child was very delayed on that. And we had them side by side, exact same age. I think this was probably a year ago at this point, about 4. So she would have been 4.5-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right before Christoph. So about 4.5. And you could hear the difference in the speeches from our daughter versus their child, just from growing up in an era where they were not allowed to communicate properly. That's such a shame. I mean,
yeah, because they can't read your facial features. They can't see how you're forming words, or it's not good, man. Not good. I think I've got about 5 minutes left on that chicken.
Got 5 more minutes. That's okay. We have 45 people on here, so I think they want to see the meat.
Okay, all right.
I think it is worth it to hang around for a minute longer to see the meat. Who wants to see Anton's sausage? I can't even say it with a straight face.
It'll be the chicken. The sausage is gonna need the heat the chicken's got for final, for finishing off.
I'm sorry, can't even say it with a straight face.
No, but it looks good. It's almost there. It's at like 155 internal. We just need to get that extra 10 degrees, and then we are good.
So chicken, you don't play with that one, do you?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
So in other words, make sure you have a probe. And what do you do with the probe?
You got to clean the tip, all right, of the probe, and then just check temp your chicken to like 165 just to be safe. That's the one thing I don't mess with, man. I'll do pork even, at 145, 150. Steak I'll do at 135. Even lamb you can get away with a little bit, but chicken, fucking that stuff's got to be dead.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hey Cam, what's taken a very bad turn? Not us.
Sorry, I've got to blow my.
You're choking the chicken.
Choking the chicken. Just choke it to 165 Fahrenheit and you'll be good, man.
Yes. And Lemon, yes, you are correct. Viva is in Florida. We actually have quite a lot of our desanitized. Man, that is hard. Looking at it, it is hard to say that. I want to mess it up, but I like it. I like how you put that. I'm sure that's a thing in Florida for you guys. We've got Viva down in Florida. We've got Luke in Florida. We did have a couple other guys in Florida as well. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Clint Russell or not. He used to be with Luke on We Are Change. He's also pretty cool. Lots of Florida people. Florida, we always hear, is very good as far as being able to have some freedoms. Now, the only thing I don't know about is the little swirly things with the water that go over the side. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's my one thing I'm not quite sure of. So I don't know if Florida will ever see us, but I keep hearing Oklahoma's not too bad, besides the little swirly things from the air that comes down too. What did they say? Everything's good in Oklahoma. It is 100% red. They just have tornadoes here and there. That's the only problem. If you go far enough south of Florida, it becomes north again. I've always wondered about that, and Anton can attest to this. He gets so confused on directions here, not for lack of ability to follow them. It's just backwards from what he's lived his entire life. He's always been on the other side of the world, so the sun and the stars a little different if you are down in the southern hemisphere versus the northern hemisphere. Yes,
that actually does look different.
Yes, I was just mentioning how you say it's always a little different. Yeah,
and direction also is a little hard for me to find.
I try to give him north, south, east, west, and he'll look at me sometimes, and he always gets it, but I can just see that take a second to compute.
Right. So we don't have a lot to pretty the plate up with. But could have some chicken.
Just meat. I'm sorry, vegetables.
Yes, just veg.
Just veg. That's okay. Well, I'm going to take a moment to mention our sponsor, BuiltOnUSA.com. Don't forget code S.T.F. 10 for 10% off. That's going to be on any of our 8-ounce or 16-ounce biltong options. That even the combinations besides the 47, I do apologize, that one is already discounted. And we love to mention our biltong powder. We were sharing this with some customers over the weekend as well. Use it in stews, on eggs and salads, baked goods. You can make scones with it. It is absolutely wonderful. It is very light. I don't know if you guys can see it in here or not, but it is powder. Exactly that. We actually have a machine that grinds biltong down. This is biltong in its driest form. Ground down, so there are spices in here, and it is meat. I always get questions, is that meat? Yes, it is. We actually take tips of the biltong and grind it down to make that biltong powder. Really neat stuff. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the the meat dip. I remember seeing this years ago. That was a thing when I was in school. A lot of the players, baseball, I don't know if football did it or not, but would always have like meat dip in their mouths, and that's kind of the same concept, but we suggest using it for other things. I don't know if leaving a meat chunk in your mouth would be a good thing. What happened? What did I miss? No, the monkey is not sleeping. The monkey is hanging with his siblings. I've actually got all the kids back. They came back from the park, so they are all hanging out together and playing. They've got grandparents as well, which is never a bad thing. Vegan. This is almost a vegan meal, but don't worry, we have our beef. We have our sausage, which is always beef. Anton takes a whole shoulder and grinds that down, which is phenomenal. And here are the vegetables.
Yes, so that's kind of what they look like. I'm sorry, my fire is running out of steam because I choked it in the beginning because of the little man, and so I got to throw a little bit more charcoal on there.
Almost tipped the grill.
Yes, I did.
What are you doing over there? You're
busted. I want to try and just get a little bit of extra charcoal in there just to finish up the what's the name? Just to finish up the sausage, because I think that little bit where I had the lid on, that just choked it too much.
Yes,
so I'm
choked the chicken. You got
yeah.
it.
So it's just a little low on this on the what's the name, on the heat. So I just threw a few extra coals, but I was trying to lift the grid and dip the coals all in one, and that didn't work.
No.
So the grill went. So
okay.
I went. You're right.
S.T.F has feedback for you, so I
yes.
need to tell you that you need to set up a side fire smoker. Those kettles are rubbish.
Yes. Well, so I've got the smoker job.
Disagree on
but,
that.
But I like the kettles. I really like the kettles. Yes. Yeah. I just. What I did was, we were having a hard time with a young man, so I actually choked it a little with a lid, and that dropped the heat probably just a tad too much.
The charcoals on the fire,
yes.
not the young man.
Yes.
Let's
so
specify
no,
that.
because you can actually run your Weber with a lid on, but it does reduce the heat, and I think that just was a little too much because I had the fire. A very mild fire, which should have just cooked this nicely, because you don't want to go too heavy on this because you burn the outside and the inside still raw. But that said, get us a little knife. I want to definitely taste this.
So Copto did drop in what his temporary rent is right now, Anton.
Yes.
It is $2,500 a month.
That is insane.
So our hearts are with you, sir.
There we go.
Is it not hot?
No, because the plate's cold. Try that. That'd be good. So yeah, I think we're gonna call it a day, because I've got to go feed my kids, and we got to get the parents away here and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So till next time, that's how we do the skewers here. Don't do the dead fire like I did today.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe. Go to BuiltOnUSA.com. Buy some biltong. Support us. And we will see you next time. I will post all the stuff of us starting to move and all the building stuff as soon as it starts. So we will see you soon. Well, anyway, next Friday. Cheers, everyone.